Any tips on resume stuff for an information security officer? I work as one in .mil, but I'm having trouble writing it down. So what I do from time to time, Leighton, is I'll take people's resume and I'll just put my 2 cents on it, and I'll run it through. I've made like a GPT on Chat GPT that does ATO style resumes for cybersecurity. I run it through that and I'll read it myself and see. But I can't do that for everybody. For a while I was, and it was too much. I tried charging people. And it was still too much. So I was like, I don't want to do this anymore. So every now and then I'll do it. But what you can do right now, and I'll let Chris chime in after this. What you can do right now is, number one, you can go on LinkedIn. You can check out how my resume is open to the public on LinkedIn. Go to LinkedIn, go to Bruce space CISSP space RMF. You'll see my profile and my resume. All that stuff is on my, all has keywords on it, all that kind of stuff. But more importantly, you can actually go to LinkedIn and type in GRC, cybersecurity, SOC analyst, whatever role you're trying to do. And instead of looking for jobs, look for people, and then go through the people and look at other people's publicly available resumes to see what keywords they're using. Look at the top 10, because that's going to give you an idea of what kinds of roles people are putting, what kind of keywords people are putting. And that's the kind of stuff that you want to look for. Now, what you can also do is go to ConvoCourses.com. I have a free resume. You can download my resume for free, and it has templates for free. And you can just see how I word my stuff. And that's a couple of different places you can use. Chris, you have any advice on getting a better resume?
Yeah, that was the main thing that helped me get a job. Because I noticed the more I fixed my resume, the quicker I got to getting my job. I went from just talking to the recruiter to eventually getting to the PM. So what I would first do, if this is exactly what I did, first thing I would just reach out to your friends that's in GRC just to get a copy of their resume, compare it to yours. I think with the government, I think it's RTS format. Bruce, correct me if I'm wrong. You got
You could be right. I'm not sure.
Yeah, so it has to follow a certain format. So when you put it in to Indeed, the bot 9 out of 10, a lot of these recruiters, when you get to them, they don't even read your resume. So it has to hit certain points or hit certain keywords to get to these recruiters. For example, EMAS, STIGs, POAMs. If that's all of your skills, then it would be more attractive to recruiters. And then also what I used to do too, I didn't understand how to write a GRC resume. So what I would do is go on Google, I would go to images, and I would just type in Information System Security Officer resume, or I would just type in GRC resume. And it'll pull up all these resumes which you can mimic that follow RTS format, just so you can know how to write your resume for yourself. But Bruce said just
ATS
go into
style
the
resume. Sorry.
is it
Yeah,
is it what?
ATS style resume.
Okay, that's good. And that's pretty much all I did. Just put all those keywords, EMAS, things, like what we're saying, poems, and just go on Indeed. And just like it's like Bruce said, just follow people that's in the field on LinkedIn. Just see what's on their resume. But that's
Yep.
pretty much it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Other keywords you can use besides EMAS and some of the other ones Chris mentioned will be risk management framework, NIST 800, especially if you're in this GRC field, information system security officer, ISSO, ISSM, right? I'm not telling you to lie in your resume or anything. I'm telling you, look at what other people have and use those keywords where you can. There's little tricks you can do. Let's say you don't have a CISSP, right? You don't want to put I have a CISSP on there, but you could say I'm working on my CISSP, right? If that's the case, if you happen to be if you're working on your CISM, you could put that on your resume, working on my CISM. If you don't have a bachelor's degree, you can say working on my bachelor's degree with the University of X, Y, and Z to be completed 2025. You can put that on there. So that those are like little tricks you can use to put it on there. Another thing you can do is familiar with NIST 800, familiar with ISO 27001. Now, granted, you should be familiar with it before you put that on your resume, because they will ask you for it.
We will. They
They
will.
will ask you for it, especially if it's something huge like cloud. That was one of the ones all I did was mention that we had a cloud platform, and every interview they were asking me about cloud. I'm like, damn, like maybe I shouldn't mention it because I'm not a cloud guy.